Namaste. Welcome to Happy Cooking. Today I'm going to share with you recipe of a fruit that's made into a very tasty curry. It's an exotic vegetable also, tender jackfruit. This recipe is from Bengali community in India where it is known as echorerdalna. Irrespective of whether you are from a Bengali community or not, you can still follow this recipe and have a taste of that wonderful tender jackfruit curry or echorerdalna. Keep watching this video till the end though, because handling this vegetable can be slightly tricky, but I will share with you the tips that will be very useful.
So let's get started. Main ingredient is the tender or green jackfruit. I've taken one with 1.5 kg weight. 2 medium-sized potatoes peeled and cut into medium cubes. 2 tablespoons of green peas, which can be fresh or frozen. I'm going to cook this dish in 2 to 3 tablespoons of mustard oil. To temper the oil, 1 teaspoon of cumin seeds, 1 bay leaf, 4 green cardamoms and 2-inch piece of cinnamon. 2 taste salt and half a teaspoon of sugar, which is optional. 1.5 teaspoon of chili powder. This is also you can adjust to taste. 1 teaspoon each of coriander powder and cumin powder. 1 teaspoon each of ginger paste and garlic paste. 1 medium onion, very finely chopped. 1 small tomato, also finely chopped. 2 to 3 tablespoons of finely chopped coriander leaves, and as a finishing touch, half a teaspoon of garam masala powder and 1 teaspoon of desi ghee. Now this one being a big one, I'm going to cut it into 3 pieces so that it's easy to handle. Now begin with greasing your hands and take a big sharp knife. Very carefully grease the knife as well. The reason being, as soon as you cut into this jackfruit, it's going to ooze out a very sticky substance. I'll show you. See, as soon as I cut this side, you will see. Do you see the white gluey stuff that's coming out? This is very sticky. This is the reason why I greased my hands and the knife, and I've covered the chopping board as well. So now let me cut it into 3 pieces, and then we got to peel off the whole skin. A thick layer of the skin has to be completely removed because that is not edible. Okay, so this is what I'm going to do now. Peel off the skin from each of the 3 pieces nicely so that the white fresh flesh shows up. You see, no trace of the skin should remain with the flesh of the tender jackfruit. Here I'm done with removing the skin from all the 3 pieces. Now we have to cut them in dices. Before you start cutting them, make sure that you have again greased your palm very well, greased the knife and replaced the plastic sheet covering your chopping board. Now cut them in medium sized dices. Too big or too small can create problems. 2 big ones will take longer time to cook and 2 small ones will get mashed when you finally cook the curry. Okay, so cut them in medium sized dices, and after that I'm going to give them a good wash under running water. Now in a big pot, take about 1 liter of water, 3 teaspoons of salt, 1 teaspoon of turmeric powder, add the jackfruit and cover it and boil it on high flame. See, once it has come to a boil, reduce the flame. Again cook them covered for about 12 minutes or till the jackfruit pieces are properly cooked. And you can see I'm just checking it with the tip of the knife. If it is piercing the jackfruit very easily, that means it's cooked. Please ensure you don't overcook the jackfruit, otherwise you will lose the texture and the taste. Strain out all the boiled jackfruit from the water in which they have been boiling, otherwise it might taste slightly bitter. Now we'll prepare the gravy. To prepare the gravy, here I've heated the oil. I'm going to temper the oil with 1 teaspoon of cumin seeds. Just give it a quick stir, then add the cardamom, the bay leaf and the cinnamon stick. Give these also a quick stir till they emit the fragrance. Now add the potatoes. You have to fry the potatoes on medium flame till they are golden brown. So I'm adding here half a teaspoon of salt and half a teaspoon of turmeric powder And on medium flame, I'm going to keep stirring these potatoes till they turn golden brown. Now my potatoes have turned golden. Now I'm going to add finely chopped onions to the pan. Now you may decide to take out the potatoes and then prepare the masala for the gravy, but I prefer to prepare the masala for the gravy along with the potatoes being in the pan. That way potatoes absorb all the flavors and taste of the masalas and they taste better. Now my onion have turned golden, so I have added now 1 teaspoon of ginger paste and 1 teaspoon of garlic paste. Now with these again I'm going to stir fry till the raw smell of ginger and garlic is gone. Once the ginger and garlic raw smell is gone, then I'm going to add some more masalas to this, like 1 teaspoon of coriander powder, 1 teaspoon of cumin powder, 1.5 teaspoon of red chili powder. You can adjust the quantity of the red chili powder as per how hot you want it to be. Now keep stirring all the masalas on low to medium flame till all the masalas are and fragrant. Now I'm going to add to this the tomatoes and a dash of salt to the tomatoes so that the tomatoes start melting quicker. And once the tomatoes have started melting, it will prevent the masalas from burning and allow them enough time to cook proper. So I'm going to stir these masalas together till oil starts separating until all the masalas are properly cooked. After about 40 seconds of stir frying on low flame, now the gravy has very nice color, very nice fragrance, and the oil has also started separating. At this stage I'm going to add half a teaspoon of sugar and the green peas. Now sugar is optional, it's just used to balance the taste, but if you still don't want it, you can still avoid it. Now I'll keep stirring these again for another 40 seconds. Now it's time for me to add the boiled jackfruit to this. So I've added the boiled jackfruit, and with these masalas, the jackfruit and the potatoes, everything is going to be stir fried again for a minute. After 1 minute, now I have added 200 ml of warm water to this. Mix everything thoroughly, cover it and allow it to cook on medium flame for 5 minutes. After 5 minutes, see the gravy has become thicker. This is the right consistency. At this stage, as a finishing touch, add half a teaspoon of garam masala powder, 1 teaspoon of desi ghee and half of the chopped coriander leaves. Mix everything together and this delicious echorerdalna or green jackfruit curry is ready to be served. Tropical fruit is extremely rich in vitamin C, fibers, essential nutrients and antioxidants. It prevents constipation, it prevents high blood pressure, high cholesterol, heart diseases, strokes. It improves immunity with so much goodness and such a good taste. Is there any excuse for anyone not to try this? Do try it and you would know what you are missing.
So what do you think about today's recipe? Echor or tender jackfruit in my Bengali community is also known as gach patha, which means vegetarian version of mutton, meaning to say this particular curry is as tasty as mutton curry. Is that enough motivation for you to try it next time you have an access to a green jackfruit? I'm sure it is. Once you try this recipe, I can guarantee you would be wondering why you never tasted it before. Why in the very first place you never knew that this tender jackfruit also can be made into such a wonderful curry. Thank you for watching this video. If you like the recipe, give it a thumbs up and share it. If you are new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe and press the notification bell, as you would not want to miss on many recipes that I keep bringing to you every few days. Till I'm back with another recipe. Take care of yourself. Happy cooking.